And so when you have somebody that pretty and they're getting older, they become who? They become the Lisa Rays and the Vivica Foxes of the world. That's to where I believe Sacriana Ware and Corey Raven are going. I believe they're going that direction because they were so pretty when they were younger. Corey Raven is still, Sacriana has fallen off, but they were, when I tell you pretty, it's ridiculous how gorgeous they were. It don't make no doggone sense. I think they're going the way of the Lisa Rays and the Vivica Foxes. Freaking Lisa Ray, I saw her in the Cisco video, Incomplete, because I was thinking about like people who can sing, and I was making this list. I was like, Cisco, he can sing. He can really sing. So I started thinking about that, and I was like, let me listen to this one song, the Incomplete song. So I started listening to the song, and she popped up, and I did not remember she was in that video. And man, oh freaking man, when I tell you she was beyond bad. Oh my goodness, y'all. Dude, go back and look at that Cisco Incomplete video. Lisa Ray was cold, y'all. Diamond level cold. And she ended up getting with, y'all have to correct me on this, she ended up getting with a prince or a king or something like that, right? And what happened was, I believe that she actually, maybe he messed with some other girls or something. And when that happened, she probably had in her mind this whole, I'm the prize. And because of her thinking that, she left literal royalty. Think about that. She left literal royalty. Now, I could be wrong. This is what I think happened, okay? So, I think he was, who was it? It was like Turks and Caicos or something like that. Okay. She was actually, I think she was the first lady, because I think she's a princess or something, but she was, I guess, like the queen. And she decided, no, I'm leaving. And why in the world was somebody who was that pretty when they were younger, who married the doggone freaking like prime minister or whatever the freak he was of Turks and Caicos, why in the world would somebody who has access to that think that they should have anything less than that? They've been programmed their whole life that where they get the highest of everything. Her diamond in that movie, The Players Club, and all the just constant, everybody's like, gosh, she's pretty, you're pretty, you're pretty, you're pretty. 30, 40, 50 years, you're pretty, you're gorgeous, you're the prize. Why do you think she's now 50 something, however the freak old she is, and she's what? Talking about, she literally said this, the person has to pay all her bills. She ain't get with nobody who ain't gonna pay all her bills. Why? Why do you think she wouldn't say that? Her whole life has been, everything is about you. Even though she's not who she once was. That's the crazy thing. Dude, listen. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, man. Females need to first understand something. They need to understand something about males. They need to understand and accept what males are. Males want multiple women. That's just what it is. It doesn't matter if you like it or not. That's what it is. For you to think that the guy you're with who has that level of money, power, fame, the whole nine, is just going to be with you, that's a level of hubris I've never seen anywhere but in modern females. Because she's so pretty, she thinks there's no way in the world he should want anybody else. Well, you think that because you don't know males. And now here she is at this ripe old age of 50-something, 60, however old she is, thinking that she's still going to do the same doggone thing. She's still going to say, no, you going to do what I want you to do. Ma'am, You didn't have that guy do what you wanted him to do when you were younger. You're now more, overweight, and you're not as pretty. You think that you're going to get a guy to do what you want him to do? You need to humble yourself. But nope, she won't, and neither will Vivica Fox. Think about Vivica Fox. Vivica Fox wasn't even as bad as Sacriana Ware or Corey Raven or Halle Berry or Lisa Ray. And Halle Berry's still bad. But figure everything, right? Skin, beautiful, the whole nine. Vivica Fox wasn't even as bad as them. She looks good, but she wasn't as bad as them. And even though she's looking the way that she's looking, she's still talking like she's at her peak or something. And people are looking at her like, ma'am, you do know you don't have the sexual market value anymore. Your SMV is way down. It's way lower than Lisa Ray's because she doesn't look as good as Lisa Ray, but she's acting like Lisa Ray. It would be different for Vivica Fox if Vivica Fox had a better attitude than Lisa Ray. Then more people would want her over Lisa Ray, even though Lisa Ray's prettier because of the attitude. But both of their attitudes suck. Unfortunately, man, if Lisa Ray had an attitude of a female that was more grateful, man, she would be having people still knocking down her door who was rich, who was wealthy. Well off. She'd be having people knocking her door down, bruh. But she's still in this arrogant phase like she's the 25, 22, whatever year old diamond. She's not. But this is part of the problem. Because what? When a female is young and they are not checked, they're young and unchecked, what is eventually going to happen? Dang near every single time, they're going to become elderly and entitled.
So, what are your thoughts on this? Put it in the comments section because comments really help push the video. Then grab yourself some merch on the way out in order to support the channel. And don't forget to click like and subscribe. Thanks, good man fam.